In this video, we're going to talk about hardware and software that you need to get started with recording your audiobook. Now, there's a lot of different options. Of course, you could spend a whole bunch of money, but I'm going to tell you what I recommend that's not going to set you too far back as far as money is concerned. So, we're going to start off with talking about the audio interface that I use. I'm using Focusrite, the Scarlett Solo third generation USB audio interface. And I love it. It has a really good crystal clear sound and it's simple, it's not complicated. Now, of course, if you wanted to do a podcast or something like that, or if you have multiple people that you wanted to speak, then of course you would get, instead of getting a solo, you get the 2x2, which would allow you to plug in two mic sources. But for what we're doing, no, this is simple. We're going to keep it simple. And this device right here is all you need. I have another audio interface that cost me 3 times as much, and that's my backup, and it's not as crystal clear as this audio interface is. So that's what I recommend. Now, this is the microphone that I'm using right here, and I have to say that I love it. A lot of people use this microphone for recording their podcasts, their YouTube videos, and it's a great microphone. Sound quality is superb, and interested in swinging? Want to know how to get into the lifestyle? Check out Living the Lifestyle and Swingopedia, available on Audible, Barnes& Noble, Amazon, Apple Music, and just about anywhere books are sold. And I definitely would recommend it. They also have another microphone that is less expensive. What you're looking at right here is the package of getting this and the second device I'm going to mention. So it's not just the microphone. The microphone is going to run you like around 300 and some change pretty much. But this is the other device I have. This is the preamp that's connected to it, the Cloud Lifter, which is highly recommended. It's going to clear up your sound. It's going to increase the volume of your mic, giving you better signal. It is definitely a device that I recommend. So these are the items that I'm using in regards to hardware. Now, again, there are some other options out there if you are looking for, a microphone that is not as expensive. But this is what I recommend. And you want a good microphone because the better your microphone, the less time you're going to spend trying to clean up stuff. And especially if you're like me and you're recording from home, with all the obstacles that you have, you at least want to put some decent funds into your microphone. So that's the hardware. Now let's talk about software. You got a couple of options here. I'm going to start off with the program I talk about all the time, which is Odyssey. I love this because it's free. It is a powerful program. It's a free program, and it allows you to work with plugins. I have plugins that like I use sometimes with this program. I use this as a mastering. This is my last program that's going to touch my work. And basically I use it for adjusting the volume. Sometimes I do some additional work with reducing noise. But there's a lot of features for this program. And again, I'm going to say it again, it's free. The other program that I use, which is my workhorse, is Cubase. Now, I'm not saying you have to use Cubase. There are other DAWs out there. There's a free one that used to cost money. company that produces it is called Cakewalk. It's called Sonar, and Sonar is now free. Sonar is just as powerful as Cubase, but I think Cubase is a little more user friendly, and I have been invested in this software for years. They're up now to version 12. I have version 10. Before that, I had version 5, and man, I can't remember the other one. It was called something else, but I've been using this program for a long time. So those are the programs you need. Now, I'm going to mention plugins because we're trying to cover all our bases here. A lot of us are recording from home. Because we're recording from home, you're going to have the air conditioning going off, or the heat going off, or you're going to have, if you're recording next to a window, you're going to hear traffic. And if you have a refrigerator near you, you're going to have the buzz from the refrigerator, the sound from your computer, all these different noises that are going to make it difficult for you to get a quality recording. All these things are things that I've had to deal with. So, 2 plugins that I'm going to recommend. Actually, I'm going to recommend more than 2, but so you've got Clarity, which you can buy solo by itself from Waves, or you can buy the suite. But Clarity is a program you're definitely going to want to have. That's for removing the background noises. Now, I also have RX10, which is all of these programs where I bought the package that included all these programs. You're going to want this because if you are a heavy breather, then this plugin is going to eliminate the breathing noises that you make. If you got clip noises, crackles, hiss, human noises, reverb, which is actually effective for removing certain type of noises, believe it or not, and just a whole suite of different plugins that are going to help you clean up your audio. Definitely going to recommend these plugins. If you want to put like some type of effect on your voice, something mild, you will probably want to. Now, this is not absolutely necessary, but this is what I use. I have Waves, and my favorite plugin for putting additional sounds, and also I have compression here and just various effects that I can put on. It's this Jack Joseph plugin from Waves, and I love this plugin, and it's good for recording music too, but besides just recording music, it can definitely help you make your sound for your audio sound a lot better, basically. And the last thing I want to tell you about is if you have a problem with recording low audio, your audio comes in kind of low and you want to bring that up. If you want to bring the volume up, you should probably have some sort of limiter. This is one of the limiters. This L2 Ultra Maximizer is what I use sometimes to bring the volume up before I master the track. But you can also bring the volume up when you're mastering, obviously, like in a program like Odyssey. But those are the basics for what you're doing. You definitely want a limiter. You definitely, you can put compression, but compression is not absolutely necessary. But you want something to remove your background noises when you're recording, and something else to help you clean up other sounds when you're recording as well. So those are the recommendations I make for you if you are trying to record audio from your home. Now, like I said, you can choose what limiter you want. You can choose if you want to put compression on your voice. Those are definitely optional. But if you're recording at home, if you're not in the sound booth, if you have background noises and basically other types of noises that come from recording at home, you definitely want some sort of software that is going to remove your background noises. And those programs are completely wonderful because they allow you to record from home and you can get a really quality sound that sounds like you were recording in somebody's studio. So if you decide to forego on everything else that I have mentioned here, you definitely want to have some sort of software suite for working with removing background noises. And again, I recommend the two that I'm using. The RX10 suite is phenomenal as far as being able to remove different background noises, but clarity is also good too. So, and there are going to be some situations, believe it or not, where clarity works, where RX10 doesn't work, and other situations where it's the vice versa effect. And again, you need to figure out, like, if for some reason they're not working and you have other effects in your chain, you have to figure out where you need to place this particular plugin in order for it to get the maximum effect. So anyway, those are my tips. I'm going to go over another program I use in another video. It's called Smart Limiter. It's an independent company, small company that produced it. It doesn't cost that much, but it works really well. So I'm going to talk about that one in another video. But that is what I recommend right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Scott Lynn, and I think I forgot to do my shameless plugs. So start off with my books, Swingopedia, also Living the Lifestyle, and my buddy's book, How to Catch a Cheater. Those are all the books that are available right now. I've got some other projects coming up, but I'm not going to talk about those right now. But as well, please like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I'm always willing to help someone that's trying to do the same things that I'm doing. So again, thank you and have a wonderful day.